Gluten intolerance has become famous in tennis world following Novak Djokovic's statements about changing his diet, which he considers to be the turning point of his career. The Serb removed gluten, dairy products and sugars from his diet, declaring that they were bad and poison for him and took away his strength. It was Dr. Igor Setojevic who discovered his alleged intolerance with a kinesiological test. This is carried out by placing the food agent in contact with the patient's skin and asking him to resist his hand's pressure. The second time, the contact with the food to be examined is removed and the test is repeated, usually noting that the patient is more resistant to the doctor pressures without the food's contact. This test has been used for centuries to make people believe what is convenient and has no scientific validity. In fact, it is subject to several possible alterations. The doctor applies more or less pressure, the patient is taken by surprise the first time, while the second is usually better prepared to resist, and it is obviously not realistic to find foods that lead to drops in strength or sickness on contact alone. Only poison can, and the case of Karen Wetterham is famous, an American chemist who died following an experiment where she came into contact with dimethyl mercury through her skin, due to a faulty glove. After 14 days on the gluten-free regime, Novak returned to Setojevic and ate a whole bagel, and felt like waking up from a hangover, as he writes in his book. Being convinced of intolerance probably influenced this counter-evidence, which is equally lacking in scientific validity. If Novak really wanted to investigate his allergic situation, he should have taken a full blood test, measuring specific immunoglobulin G, but neither in his book nor in other articles or interviews does this come to light. I hope he steps in to refute me with his test, of course. So we cannot exclude the possibility that Novak has a gluten intolerance, but in this case it's like finding the winning lottery ticket and it's not the right way to investigate variations in performance. False beliefs do not only concern Novak, and in European countries, for every certified celiac, there are another 11 people who buy gluten-free products without being so, for a market that moves billions of euros and grows continuously. Novak himself had attempted this. Gluten-free diets have been adopted by several sportsmen and women, for no reason and without scientific evidence that gives added value to food without it. The same issue applies to dairy products. There is no reason to remove them unless there is a proven lactose intolerance. Moreover, for both gluten and lactose, our body have more enzymes to break down the foods we eat regularly, and if we don't introduce them for a period of time, we worsen their absorption. This is why a gradual introduction of foods is often helpful in managing them. With regard to sugars, there is no scientific evidence that they have any negative effects in active individuals. On the contrary, sucrose, the table sugar, should be the king of intra-workout supplementation and is recommended for best performance if the duration and intensity of the play increase. Instead, we see a great fantasy and a great expense in the supplement market. The situation is different if we are talking about a sedentary, overweight, or subject with metabolic pathologies. Then, yes.
Sugars are not recommended.
As always, scientific references are in the description. If you like the video and you want to be updated on how to optimize performance through nutrition and other Novak's controversial beliefs, subscribe to the channel and follow the next. See you next time.